Hi, my name is Yolanda Forrest, and two professional development modules of instructional design will be discussed in this presentation. Professional development modules in instructional design play a crucial role in helping instructional designers enhance their skills, stay updated with industry trends, improve the quality of their work, expand their professional networks, and advance their careers. According to Reiser and Dempsey, proficient individuals in the field of instructional design and technology are required to remain up to date in domains like learning, teaching methodologies, enhancing performance, media applications, and technological advancements. According to McSparran and his colleagues, cognitive learning theory is a branch of learning theory centered on the comprehension and processing of information through perception. Cognitive information processing theory. According to Reiser and Dempsey, the significance of feedback's informational value became evident with the adoption of perspective of information processing theory by researchers and practitioners. This perspective gained prominence among psychologists during the 1970s and continues to be explored and refined today. Similar to behavioral theory, information processing theory acknowledges the environment's role in learning. However, it diverges from behavioral theory by suggesting internal processes within the learner as explanations for learning. The emergence of computers following World War II provided a tangible framework for understanding learning and a consistent basis for interpreting early studies on memory, perception, and learning. In this framework, stimuli are likened to inputs, behavior to outputs, and the processes in between are conceptualized as information processing. Reiser and Dempsey noted that Atkinson and Shiffrin proposed a multi-stage, multi-storage theory of memory, widely considered the foundation of information processing theory, suggests three memories within the individual: sensory memory, short-term memory, and long-term memory. These systems are responsible for receiving information from the environment, processing it for storage, and facilitating its use in memory and performance. Sensory memory allows learners to perceive organized patterns in their surroundings and initiates the recognition and coding of these patterns. Short-term memory, also known as working memory, permits individuals to temporarily hold information in their minds to further comprehend it and relate it to existing information stored in long-term memory. Ultimately, long-term memory empowers learners to retain and apply information long after its initial acquisition. In addition to the stages of information processing, various processes such as attention, encoding, and retrieval are proposed to operate on information as it is received, modified, and stored for future recall and utilization. For example, individuals who fail to allocate attention will not initially perceive the information meant for learning. Attention is most effective for learning when it is directed towards specific aspects of the information being presented. Likewise, encoding allows learners to establish personal connections between new information and their existing knowledge. Lastly, retrieval facilitates the recall of information from memory, enabling its applications in relevant contexts. Sundari and Tarsono noted that cognitive theory is recognized as a significant contributor to the evolution of educational theory. Cognitive information processing theory has been influential in shaping instructional design and strategies. It suggests that learning occurs through active engagement with information, and educators should design learning experiences that encourage students to process information deeply, make connections with prior knowledge, and apply what they have learned to new situations. Overall, cognitive information processing theory provides a comprehensive framework for understanding how individuals acquire, process, and utilize information in various contexts. Reiser and Dempsey noted that in the 1950s, the significance of behavioral objectives received further attention with the publication of Taxonomy of Educational Objectives. by Benjamin Bloom and his colleagues. This seminal work highlighted the presence of different types of learning outcomes within the cognitive domain, suggesting that objectives could be categorized based on the described learner behavior. Additionally, it underscored a hierarchical relationship among these outcomes and recommended the design of tests to assess each type of outcome. According to Prasad, the taxonomy comprises 6 levels, each demanding increased abstraction from students. It is imperative for educators to guide students through ascending levels of the taxonomy as they advance in their understanding. Regrettably, tests mainly centered on memorization are widespread. However, to cultivate critical thinkers rather than mere memorizers, integrating the higher levels into lesson plans and assessments is essential. The levels will now be explained according to Prasad. In the knowledge level, inquiries are posed solely to assess if a student has acquired specific information from the lesson. At the comprehension level, students move beyond mere examination of facts and instead are encouraged to grasp the information. In the application level, questions require students to effectively utilize or employ the information they have acquired. At the analysis level, students are tasked with moving beyond data and application, actively identifying patterns that they can leverage to dissect a problem. In the synthesis level, students are expected to utilize the provided facts to generate new hypotheses or formulate predictions. At the pinnacle of Bloom's taxonomy lies evaluation, where students are expected to assess information and arrive at a conclusion. Chavda and colleagues noted that Anderson and Krathwohl revised Bloom's taxonomy in 2001. According to Rule, the updated taxonomy highlights a more dynamic educational approach rather than trying to fit educational goals into rigid, unyielding frameworks. As per the U.S. Army Trade-Off Pamphlet 350-70-14, the stages in the revised Bloom's taxonomy are now remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. The stages of the revised Bloom's taxonomy will be described per the U.S. Army Trade-Off Pamphlet 350-70-14. In the remember stage, the learner recalls facts and basic concepts. In the understand stage, the learner explains ideas or concepts. In the apply stage, the learner uses information in new situations. In the analyze stage, the learner draws connections among ideas. In the evaluate stage, the learner justifies a stand or decision. And lastly, in the create stage, the learner creates a new product or point of view. Valuable instructional theories are aligned with this expanded understanding of knowledge, exemplified by Bloom's taxonomy, which emphasizes the distinction between superficial and more profound levels of knowledge. Prasad noted that the cognitive domain list has historically been a central emphasis in traditional education, often serving as the basis for structuring curriculum, learning objectives, assessments, and activities. Bloom's taxonomy serves as a tool for human services educators to deepen their students' learning. To learn more about what was discussed in this presentation, feel free to look at the references provided. Thank you for your time.